Spilling salt is considered a bad omen in many Western cultures, and this superstition has persisted for centuries. It is believed that spilling salt brings bad luck, but the act can be countered by throwing a pinch of the spilled salt over one's left shoulder. The origins of this belief are steeped in history, rooted in the ancient world where salt was a precious and highly valued commodity. Over time, the significance of salt, combined with religious and cultural beliefs, led to the superstition that remains prevalent today. Salt has played a crucial role in human civilization for thousands of years. In ancient times, it was a rare and expensive commodity, often used as currency and a symbol of wealth. The word salary is derived from the Latin word salarium, which referred to the payment Roman soldiers received in salt. This demonstrates how valuable salt was in ancient societies. Salt was also essential for preserving food in the days before refrigeration, making it a life-sustaining resource. In this context, spilling salt was viewed as not only wasteful, but also disrespectful. In societies where resources were scarce, spilling something as valuable as salt could be seen as careless, leading to the belief that such actions would bring misfortune. The idea that wasting salt could invoke bad luck or invite trouble became a cultural taboo, passed down through generations. Salt has held religious and symbolic significance in many cultures. In Christianity, salt is a symbol of purity, preservation, and protection. In the Bible, Jesus refers to his disciples as the salt of the earth, Matthew 5:13, indicating their role in preserving goodness and preventing moral decay. Salt was also used in sacrificial offerings in both the Old and New Testaments, symbolizing covenant and commitment. Because of these religious connotations, spilling salt came to be seen as not just a physical waste, but a symbolic breach of purity and spiritual integrity. In ancient Roman and Greek cultures, salt was used in religious rituals and was believed to have protective qualities. It was sprinkled on altars and sacrifices to purify them and please the gods. Spilling salt in these settings was likely seen as an offense to the divine, further embedding the idea that such an act could invite misfortune or punishment from the gods. The superstition around spilling salt and throwing a pinch over the left shoulder is primarily a Western phenomenon, although variations of it exist around the world. In many Western societies, superstitions have long played a significant role in daily life. These superstitions often revolve around the idea of preventing bad luck or averting evil influences. The act of throwing spilled salt over the left shoulder is one such superstition, designed to counteract the negative consequences of spilling salt. In many versions of this superstition, the left side of the body is associated with evil or bad luck. This belief can be traced back to ancient times, where the left side was often considered unlucky or sinister. The word sinister itself comes from the Latin word for left. Evil spirits were believed to approach people from their left side, which is why many superstitions involve actions to ward off negative influences from that direction. When someone spills salt, it is believed that evil spirits lurking behind them might seize the opportunity to cause harm. By throwing a pinch of salt over the left shoulder, one can blind or ward off these spirits, preventing them from bringing misfortune. The specific gesture of throwing salt over the shoulder combines the protective power of salt with the notion that the left side is where danger lies. The belief in salt as a bad omen has been depicted in art and popular culture for centuries. One of the most famous examples is Leonardo da Vinci's painting The Last Supper. In this painting, Judas Iscariot, who betrays Jesus, is shown knocking over a salt cellar with his elbow. This small detail is believed to symbolize Judas' betrayal and the bad luck or misfortune that follows his actions. The spilled salt in the painting reinforces the connection between spilling salt and bad luck in the Western tradition. In addition to its appearance in art, the superstition of spilling salt has found its way into literature and folklore. Writers and storytellers have often incorporated this belief into their works, using the act of spilling salt to foreshadow misfortune or signal the presence of evil forces. The consistent use of this symbol in various cultural forms has helped to cement its place in the collective consciousness of many Western societies. Although salt is no longer a rare or valuable commodity in the modern world, the superstition surrounding its spillage has persisted. Even in today's rational, scientific age, many people continue to follow the practice of throwing salt over their shoulder after accidentally spilling it. This persistence highlights the enduring power of superstition and ritual in human culture. Psychologists suggest that superstitions like this persist because they provide a sense of control in uncertain situations. Spilling salt may be seen as a minor accident, but the act of throwing a pinch over the shoulder gives people a way to reverse the mistake and avoid potential negative consequences. This act, however small, can reduce anxiety and give individuals a sense of agency in a world that often feels unpredictable. Additionally, the act of performing a ritual, even one as simple as tossing salt, taps into a deep-seated human desire for continuity and tradition. Many people may not genuinely believe in the supernatural implications of spilling salt, but they follow the ritual out of habit or as a way to connect with cultural traditions passed down through generations. While the Western tradition of throwing spilled salt over the left shoulder is perhaps the most well-known, variations of salt-related superstitions exist in other parts of the world. In some cultures, salt is believed to have the power to ward off evil spirits or bring good fortune. For example, in Japan, salt is sprinkled at the entrances of homes and businesses to purify the space and protect it from negative energies. This practice, known as shio, reflects a belief in the purifying power of salt similar to those found in Western traditions. In Italy, salt is also seen as a protective substance, and spilling it is considered bad luck. However, Italians have a slightly different remedy. They believe that throwing salt on the floor, rather than over the shoulder, will ward off misfortune. Similarly, in some parts of Eastern Europe, salt is used in protective rituals, such as placing it in the corners of a room to keep evil spirits away. In Brazil, some people believe that sprinkling salt around the perimeter of a house can protect it from harm. This belief is rooted in Afro-Brazilian religious practices, where salt is used in rituals to cleanse spaces and remove negative energies. In these variations, salt is always seen as a powerful substance, whether to protect, cleanse, or ward off evil forces. The belief that spilling salt brings bad luck, and the accompanying ritual of throwing a pinch of salt over the left shoulder is one of the most enduring superstitions in Western culture. Its roots stretch back to ancient times when salt was a valuable commodity, and its religious and symbolic significance has only strengthened its hold on human consciousness. Even though salt is now abundant and easily accessible, the superstition persists, demonstrating the enduring power of tradition, ritual, and superstition in human culture. The act of throwing salt over one's shoulder after spilling it is a small gesture, but it connects individuals to a long history of beliefs about luck, protection, and the unseen forces that shape our lives. Whether viewed as a simple habit or a meaningful ritual, this practice continues to remind us of the deep cultural significance that seemingly ordinary objects and actions can hold. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. You can also support us with a super thanks. Thank you.